Gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. Yeah, I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me?
All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready, set. 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Man, I got you. And 98. Watch 98. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. He's coming. We got double up.
2nd and 6. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. 54. Check. Go.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And the Steelers first down.
Let's go now.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On first down, it's Samuels. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Anything moves, we hit it. We go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Hey, come on now, come on now. 6-6, pull it high. Hey, exit. Mike's 54. Mike's 55.
Here's a second and 7. That is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Hey, dude. 55, come on, guys, 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Get it.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Say, X3, 218, chopper. You're out.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Josh Lambo now for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Vikings 7, Steelers nothing. Josh Lambo.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On first down, Samuels. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 41 yards.
First down, Steelers.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. 3rd down here. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They'll set up to throw. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 yards, first down, Vikings. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cook. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
You got it. You got it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
These two teams all tied after 1.
Set. 18 Gator. It's a party now. It's a party now. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, they do a double team and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st down, Lawrence. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Set, ready. 10 Lobo.
I'm here all day. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Big River. Big River.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for.
Ready, ready.
They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
49, check 49, check 49.
Hey, Sam on. Clear. Shoot.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Come on.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. from the gun. Lawrence. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Get wide. Pilot, 64, weak. Yo, go! Get it!
Running to start the drive is Samuels. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Let's go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Pulled in at the 24. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
They run again on 1st down. Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh. Exit. Bravo.
To throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
That's good for the Vikings. 1st down. First and 10.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 43-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Off the play fake. Lawrence. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
General West.
Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Down. 60 outlaw. Watch the backer. Recon, 132 fighter. Check 3. Get it.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
80 weapon.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, team 6. Check right. Watch it, 5. Switch. Ready.
Now this time he'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Yeah.
2nd and 1. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
30-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Here I come.
He'll look to throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Top 2.
looking to throw. And he finds McDonald. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now back to throw. Washington's got it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? He'll look to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Ready, set.
55. Check, 55. Mike.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. Hey, Alpha.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Washington. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
At the 8-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, Delta.
55. Mike 55. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
Let's go.
2nd and 2. Forced out to his left. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
55.
Let's go. 55.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The catch is made by the tight end, Nauta. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Touchdown, defense.
Now here's Snell, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action, Lawrence. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Under 10, 10. Check, cross.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That's good for Vikings. 1st down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. I got him.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
64, weak. Mike 54. Mike 54. And watch the lane. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I don't think you got it, son. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy.
Ready.
By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go now. 8, read.
54 miles. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Hey, orbit.
Watch my
2nd and 11. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold them up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Off the play fake, Lawrence. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
From the gun, Lawrence, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak, no running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They'll start the drive with Samuels. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Back to throw. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54. Watch 54. Now.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line.
And the Steelers first down.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Hey, Charlie.
54.
He'll look to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Hey, Echo.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. I got him. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, E.
Bravo.
I got you, boy. Mike 55.
5.
55.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
5.
55, Mike 55. Let's go.
Now.
Man up, deep. Mike 55, Mike 55. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, check Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Get it.
2nd and 10. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
It's Third down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Mike 5-5.
Go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. John Johnson on the coverage.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 55. Watch the run. 55 is Mike, guys. 55. Bring it.
Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That is caught. Touchdown, and no time remains. And they're an extra point away from winning this football game.
Break out the oxygen tanks, partner. The air just left this place. This crowd was in a frenzy. They thought they were going to win. Now they're just an extra point away from leaving here with a really disappointing loss.
No time on the clock. This to claim victory. And he has got it. And to borrow a baseball expression, they're going to walk off a winner. Well, this was a game we'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touchdown at the end, and then they had to get that extra point. You know, the knees were shaking, but he put it through, and boom, a dramatic victory.
And just remember, prior to 2015, that extra point almost felt routine, didn't it? Like it was a fait accompli. But when we moved it back to the 15, now the drama kicked in. So, yes, the touchdown, extremely important. Obviously, they had to have it. That was huge. But that was not a gimme, and he knocked it through the post.
So for the Steelers, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, hop on it, hop on it. Rep for your bra, for your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man on me, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Ripper stuff the eggs like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, bit this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta serve it, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Don't jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Try. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Ripper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. First off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, bitch, this way, way before the deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space it out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space it out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. rocket like rocket fuel.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up.